Okay, first of all, that is a absolutely atrocious introduction to my story because it makes Richard Gere sound like the last gasp.
Julia Roberts didn't just light up Hollywood, she redefined what it meant to be America's sweetheart. With that radiant smile and effortless charm, she could make audiences laugh, cry, and fall in love all at once. From her breakout role in Pretty Woman to her Oscar-winning performance in Erin Brockovich, Julia became more than just a movie star. She became a symbol of strength, authenticity, and heart. But if there's one thing that's kept fans fascinated for over 3 decades, it's her on-screen connection with Richard Gere. Together, they created movie magic, not once, but twice. Their chemistry in Pretty Woman was electric, the kind that can't be rehearsed or faked. And 9 years later, when they reunited for Runaway Bride, that spark was still there, only deeper, warmer, and more real. But what's the story behind that timeless bond? It all started with a film that almost never happened. Before Pretty Woman became the romantic fairy tale we know, it was originally a dark drama titled $3,000, named after the price Edward paid Vivian for a night together. It ended with heartbreak, not a happy ending. Julia was only 21 when she landed the role, and when the original studio shut down, she thought her big chance was gone. Then Disney stepped in, completely reimagining the story into the modern Cinderella tale that would launch her into superstardom. Still, there was one missing piece: Richard Gere. At first, he wasn't interested in the role. Julia, still new to Hollywood, gathered her courage, met him face to face, and slid him a small note that read, "Please say yes." He smiled, looked up, and said, "Okay." That simple moment sealed their destiny and changed movie history forever. When Pretty Woman hit theaters in 1990, it wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon. The red dress, the necklace scene, the laughter, and that unforgettable balcony moment turned Julia and Richard into Hollywood's favorite couple. Fans didn't just see 2 actors, they saw a fairy tale come to life. But behind the camera, their relationship was based on pure friendship and respect. Director Gary Marshall once said he knew they had magic the moment they met. When he returned from the restroom during their first meeting, he found them just standing in the hallway, silently staring at each other. "Look at that chemistry," he said. "They don't even know each other, and it's already there." Their second collaboration, Runaway Bride, came 9 years later. Julia was older, more experienced, and even more confident. Richard was the seasoned gentleman with that same calm energy fans loved. The age gap didn't matter. If anything, it made their connection feel richer, more layered. This time, Julia played Maggie Carpenter, a small-town woman terrified of commitment, and Richard was Ike Graham, the cynical journalist who sees through her walls. Their characters started as opposites but met in the middle, learning, laughing, and loving in a way that felt honest. It wasn't the fairy tale of Pretty Woman. It was something softer, something real. Off-screen, their bond only grew stronger. When Gary Marshall passed away in 2016, both Julia and Richard spoke about how deeply he'd shaped their lives. Gere said, "It couldn't be done without Gary. That was lightning in a bottle." Yet even without their beloved director, their friendship endured. Gere has called Julia one of the most luminous people he's ever known. And Julia often describes him as a man with a gentle soul and wicked sense of humor. They've supported each other through marriages, losses, and the ups and downs of fame. In 2023, Julia sat down on CBS Mornings and played a game of Where Are They Now? With her most famous characters. When asked about Pretty Woman, she imagined Edward, Gere's character, dying peacefully in his sleep while Vivian, her character, takes over his business empire, smiling as she carries his legacy forward. But when it came to Runaway Bride, she grinned and said, "They stay together. He doesn't die in this one." It was a sweet nod to the lasting bond those characters and their actors share. Even today, the friendship between Julia Roberts and Richard Gere runs deep. Gere has been known to offer her personal advice about life, balance, and love. A source close to the two revealed that Gere often encourages Julia to slow down, breathe, and nurture her marriage, just as he's done with his wife, Alejandra Silva. They might not see each other as often as they once did, but their connection remains strong, one rooted in mutual respect and genuine affection. From her small-town roots in Georgia to the glittering lights of Hollywood, Julia Roberts has built a career that few can match. She's proven that talent, heart, and authenticity can outshine anything else. And through it all, her bond with Richard Gere has remained one of the most enduring friendships in Hollywood. A reminder that sometimes the best love stories don't end when the cameras stop rolling. So, what about you? What's your favorite on-screen moment between Julia Roberts and Richard Gere? Is it the balcony scene from Pretty Woman or the wedding chaos of Runaway Bride? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more untold Hollywood stories, right here on the Backstage Eyes, where the stars reveal what really happens behind the curtain.